Hello, here I am. I don't want you to get worried about me. I haven't joined the PLO or anything. I'm just wearing a little scarf, just for a different look. I thought I might as well look a little bit different from the way I looked yesterday. I'm on a beach right now, and you can probably see the sea behind me. It's very beautiful. I'm going to take a little walk out this way. You know, see some windmills behind me, because I told you yesterday that I'm going to actually let you know where I am. And it's a little bit more windy down here, so I hope you don't mind. And I walk out on the rocks, see how far I can get. Because the question I've got for you this morning is, how is it possible that you go to a very, very hot country, right? And today I came out to walk basically into the sea, and you can see from behind me there that there it is, and there's a few tankers and things around. We're not a million miles from the Middle East, right? You'll probably be able to guess before the end of this. We're not a million miles away. You can see tankers and things. I don't know if any of them come through the Straits of Holi-daily, but they've certainly come from the Middle East, because if you look over sort of that way, that's the road to Gaza, not far away from Palestine, and of course Israel, which has been under attack this week from the Iranians. And so, basically, I'm in Cyprus, okay? I mean, I know some of you guessed that already. Some of you figured it out from where you could see me speaking the other day, right? But look at the sun, and look at the water, right? Now, I don't know if they have desalination plants here, but what I can tell you is that there's plenty of water. Where I'm staying, there's loads of swimming pools, there's loads of running water, there's no signs from the local water company saying, oh, please don't use the water, because if you use the water, somebody else might not be able to. Please don't do that, because, you know, it's been very, very hot weather, and there's been an awful lot of demand for water. Well, what do you think it's like in Cyprus, where there's very hot weather all the bleeding time, and certainly in the summer, and there's nobody do without water, and the water's fine, by the way. It's not like you can't drink it. It's not like you can't actually enjoy it. It's not like you can't have the ice in your gin and tonic. The fact is that we, in Britain, have a useless water infrastructure, right? So that as soon as there's any sort of hot weather at all, of any kind, we run out of water. There'll be people now watching this with no water at home, because the water company has either rationed it, or it's completely failed, and you're having to go to some pumping substation to get bottles of water. Well, it's a bloody joke, isn't it? It's really ridiculous. So you might be able to see over my shoulder, there's some wind turbines as well. There's also quite a lot of solar panels here. But again, the solar panels work here because, of course, it's hot and there's a lot of sun pretty much all year round. A lot better than what it's like back in rainy old sodden England, where, despite the fact that an awful lot of rain seems to fall from the sky, there doesn't seem to be any in the pipes. And that would be because, of course, we haven't got any reservoirs, so i.e. no way to collect the water. So it's all a bit of a bleeding shambles, really, isn't it? So I think they've got desalination plants. I remember somebody making fun of me, or quite a lot of people making fun of me, that they do that a lot anyway, because I suggested on one of Talk TV shows that we should have desalination plants, right? Because obviously we're surrounded by water. It's an island, right? Great Britain is an island. There's water everywhere, just like Cyprus is an island. But apparently desalination plants are bad, because they're bad for the environment. That's what they tell me. So they don't want us to have those. No. I mean, I'm sorry, but the more time you spend away from Britain, and I know I said this a bit yesterday, the more you realise that the people running it don't have a bleeding clue. I mean, don't get me started on the Somali in Belfast, for God's sake. Aside from that nasty, horrible piece of work and the ghastliness of the story, you know, just looking around, you realise that Britain is in a total mess. And when you see the New York Post reporting on it, when you see American commentators commentating on it, when you know that Britain is probably in the worst ever state that it's ever been in, and it's getting worse, and we haven't got any water, because why? Oh, because net zero says you can't have any desalination plants because they're bad. Well, I'm sorry, I reckon you need more desalination plants, fewer politicians, and better engineers. It's as simple as that. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I'll see you soon.